Hey family, everyone, welcome back to the Learning Lounge with Chuks. Today we are diving into a big question that says, what does school actually prepare you for life? This is a question that everyone has been asking, trying to ask, imagining by themselves, even as they are with their peers, with some other people. They used to, at least the kind of question I've been hearing it more and more over again, within friends, within peers. What has school done to you in your life? What has school actually prepared you in this present age, in this present situation, in this present economy now? Since you went to school for almost how many years throughout your primary to your university, what have you achieved? Because there are so many people who graduated with first class, but they couldn't be able to get a good job. So tell me, throughout all those schools, what has it prepared for you? What have you actually achieved that you went to school that make you different from those who didn't go to school? We'll dive into that when we get back. Okay, welcome back to our episode. If you are just joining us, we are about to dive into a very big, comprehensive topic that says, does school actually prepare you for life? Seriously, let's just ask ourselves these questions. You that have been to school, you that attended throughout your years in school, from your primary, secondary to your university. These questions are usually asked or thrown around by all those people who went to school, who attended school, who see the four walls of universities, who see the four walls of polytechnics, but they can't be able to find something for themselves, but they can't be able to venture into a very good, lucrative job that they will say yes, that this deserve their results. Well, actually, they have a very good result. They have first class. Most of them first class, second class, but they can't be able to do a very good job. Most of them, they are probably riding keke or even doing an apprentice for someone whom did they actually even go to school. So when they all kind of gathered in this situationship, they will be asking themselves, what issue did they even go to school to waste all through these years? Because you see some of them saying that, assuming they gathered all the whole money, all the whole fees that they were wasting throughout the whole school and invest it in a business. By now, seriously, they would have been making millions and millions of naira. That's what they will be saying. That's what they will be arguing about. That they just wasted their years through school. Because if you check it now, they will start referring to those people, all these big tycoons, all these, I don't know if I should start mentioning names, but we all know who we are talking about. Some of all these big investors, some of all these big businessmen, some women that are very, 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 very lucrative, rich. Most of them didn't go to school. Most of them were actually pack touts. Most of them were actually conductors. Most of them were apprenticeship. They were doing, staying in the market, selling things for people. Unfortunately, as time goes on, as they were all growing, they could be able to make up money. They could be able to gather up money in such ways that they could be able to now open something for themselves and start making good monies, good cash for themselves. So these are the people that all my fellow people that are educated will see, and we'll be asking ourselves, how come these people made it in life, even when they didn't go to school? But them that went to school, what do they have to show for that they actually went to school? Aside from those who are privileged to have uncles, father, aunties that are in a very, very big, high level, that have job that was waiting for them, and immediately they come out from school. Immediately they don't come out from school, they will just put them in one office. They should start managing. They should start occupying the seat. Well, that's probably most of them doesn't even know what they are doing in the said office. They will just be receiving salary. Yeah. And this kind of question is a question that when you ask a student now, when you ask a graduate that probably graduated from 2 years or 3 years or 4 years ago, that doesn't have much thing doing for him or herself, that is making him or her a good money that she could be able to say, okay, that he is well filled with this money, that he or she is well fulfilled with this money. When you ask them this kind of question, they will answer, their answer is going to be a very, very big fat no. They will say a very, very big fat no. Because honestly, seriously, how often can you use a Pythagoras theory to buy something in a grocery? How can you use a solved solution to buy something in a farm market? How can you use most of all these theories or answers or reading and all reading to get something for you to eat? It cannot work. You can't do that. All you need is your money. All you need is your cash. So you won't blame all these people who are really, really like kind of throwing themselves, pinching themselves, and sometimes they will even be regretting why actually did they even go to school and waste all the money that they had, that they would have used in invest something, that they could have used to start up a very good something for themselves. Just ask yourself that question, and which is why I'm bringing it to us now. What has school actually prepared you in life? It has its good side, it has its bad side. There are some people who it actually helped. There are some people whom it actually gives some sense of purposes. There are some people whom actually like it prepared them in some different kind of ways, that probably in a disciplined way they are well disciplined. Because actually, if you see someone who is an illiterate and someone who is well educated, when you see both of them, you will definitely know in kind of the ways they behave, and in kind of ways they speak, and the kind of way they talk, and in their manner of approach. Even though you check some educative people, some of them also do have a very bad manner of approach. But mostly, in some ways, school actually like kind of help in good ways in that aspect. Just like I said, if you look deeper into in this aspect, school does actually prepare us in some ways. So actually, like I said before, school actually do prepare us in some certain ways. Think about it. You kind of learn discipline, waking up early, meeting up with deadlines, working with people you may not even like, just to still have to do a group project together. That's the real life right there. You understand? But in all these things now, are you still going to say that someone who that actually didn't go to school doesn't wake up early, or what? Or the person doesn't still have discipline, or the person doesn't still meet up with deadline, or the person still doesn't even have to work with people that he or she doesn't like, even just to fulfill a group project? Person that doesn't go to school will still do that. But what I'm trying to say here now is this, that school will prepare you in a way that when you go out there to meet other people, you will definitely know how you can be able to comport yourself. Even though you feel that you don't like the people, or the people doesn't like you, you will definitely, you like kind of know how you comport yourself within around that vicinity. But someone who doesn't go to school might not have that kind of intelligence, because there are some courses in school that will teach you some etiquette. Those are the certain things that people who didn't go to school might not be able to learn. School will teach you manners. Be in the same classroom, or say in a class while the teacher is teaching, you know that you got to keep quiet, listen to the teacher. If you know you are not following up with the teacher, you gently raise up your hand and ask the question. You know that probably if you are done and you are tired, you just leave quietly. These are the things that you get to learn in school. But someone who has been in a Mungo Park or anything, if the person doesn't kind of get educated in all this, exactly, that's what I'm saying. Education is still about education. Anybody that has been in a Mungo Park or a tout, you see a tout, when they talk out of hand. They don't even eat their words before they voice it out. Whenever they come, they become so lousy and everything. So school actually have its side, that it prepares you in some ways, in some certain life, that you even like have, I'm looking for a word to use to put it, that you like, that you the school have its way that it prepares you in life, that you will be different from someone who didn't go to school. So actually, like I always say, things have its advantage and its disadvantage. You understand? Let me tell you, school can also teach you how to learn. Someone who is in a Mongo Park cannot be able to learn some certain things that you learn in a school. School can also teach you to be able to adapt to some certain facts. But like the process of just like example, like the process of solving problems, critical thinking, and adapting. These are things that school can be able to teach you. Let me give you, for example, now, if you can be able to survive, or if you can be able to survive a surprise maths quiz, mathematics quiz, all of a sudden the lecturer just bring up a mathematics quiz without even informing you earlier, or without even informing you people earlier. Just come to the board and say, quiz time, mathematics on the board. And you still write. And you still be able to do whatever you can do to be able to pass it. Seriously, tell me if you can be able to handle any unexpected bill as an adult. If you can be able to, okay, this one now, I'm bringing it to engineering student now. If you can be able to, as in, survive 6 courses of solving as a final year student in engineering, electrical engineering or mechanical engineering or civil engineering or automobile engineering or chemical engineering. If you can be able to survive 6 courses of solving as a final year student, because all you have is solving. If you can be able to survive all those things, tell me if you can be able to survive anything in this life again. If you can be able to survive to pay your bills as an adult, okay, maybe not as scary though, even though it might not be as scary as paying your bills or having your bills and everything, but you get that point, that you get the point where I'm heading to, that if all those solving and solutions and everything are hard, and you can be able to pass through it, and you can be able to survive through it, seriously, things in life, you can be able to adapt to it, you can be able to manage, you can be able to cope with it without it suppressing you, without it killing you down. That is also the kind of advantage of going to school, being to school, passing through all those education without allowing you to pass through your what. I used to remember a word that one of my lecturers used to say in my school days. He would say, you should pass through school, and you should not allow school to pass through you without you passing through school, or you should not pass through school without allowing school to pass through you. I can't be able to remember again. Please, just if you know that phrase, you can put it down in the comment section, please, so I can be able to, because I've even forgotten. So that's it. Okay, welcome back from our break. During our break now, there is a question that one of my friends just asked me now. He was just saying, not just a question, but actually he was just giving me his own opinion. He was saying that, to be sincere, that school doesn't teach everything, no. You understand? So I was saying, I'm not telling you now, here is the catch now. Yes, it's true. I said, yes, it's true that school doesn't teach everything. It's not be everything school they teach. Okay, just like, for example, now, in school, do you learn about taxes or budgeting, or even how to deal with rejections? Do you learn all those that? Yeah, because me too, I didn't learn it in school. I didn't actually learn it in school. That's where life experience comes in, because some people do argue about this in school. People argue about all these things, that school should do more to prepare students for practical realities, not just only in academic aspect. Things that we face in life, that school should be able to learn, that they should bring up some of studies for that, for people to have provision for some teachers and studies that will be teaching students things about reality when they leave school, and every things that they will be facing in life. You should prepare them before they leave school, because some people, There are some people who are in school that are still under their parents, are still under their guidance. So they haven't seen anything in life. So as a student is about to approach its final course, is about to approach its final year, you should start teaching them realities about lives, things that they will be seeing when they go out there. Prepare them for realities, and not just only all the time teaching academic aspects that they might not even use in future. So maybe the real answer is here is school should actually give us the foundation. School should actually give us the grace, should actually give us that lift that we are going to need in the reality. Then when we now go out there, let life do its final own training. Let life do its own final training. Kind of like schools giving you tools, but you still have to learn how to use them properly once you step outside the classroom walls. Yes. Do some researches. Entrust those students things that they are going to face in life once they leave this school, once they leave this wall, so that when they now come out there, they won't be lost. Because most people, when we graduated, you will be jubilating that you have graduated. If you don't have anything doing when you are in school, when you now come out, you will now see yourself wiring up and down, going up and down, carrying CV to places that actually at the end of the day, 2 to 3 years, you haven't gotten a good lucrative job for yourself. And because school didn't teach you most everything in life, the reality didn't give you that push, you'll be lost. You won't know how to start life. You won't know where your life is heading to. You won't know where you should start putting yourself into. If you don't have a very good guidance, or if you are not privileged to have anybody that will help you, you will feel lost. You won't know what to do. So we are applauding school to start putting in that grace in their studies, or should start evolving in that aspect, teaching the students the experience of reality, preparing the student for practical realities, preparing them for things that they will be facing in life. So when the person now comes out, he or she will no longer find it new. He or she will no longer find it like difficult, because he was already prepared. When he now comes out, he or she comes out, he will now start dealing with it in a way that he has been prepared, just like in academic aspect, in a way that he has prepared in academic. And that way, he has prepared for reality. Then when he comes out from those four corners of the school wall, then he or she will now know how to face himself. He or she will now know how to carry himself, and not start learning it in another way that might probably at the end of the day put him or her in a jeopardy that he will not know how to come out from. Because yes, it's true, when some student comes out from school and they don't see a good, honest job to do, they will go and venture themselves into another thing else that is illegal. At the end of the day, they will end up in jail. At the end of the day, some of them will end up dead. At the end of the day, some of them will end up contracting infections, disease, all because of what? They are looking for money, whereas the person is a graduate. School should do better. They should do better, so that we will not be able to be asking ourselves, beating up ourselves, and regretting why we actually even go to school, why we actually even attended school in that first place. Okay, I have given all my intake and my own thoughts and my own point of view in this topic. What has school actually done for you in life? I would like to hear what your own thought is. I would like to get you guys' own intake in this matter. Does school prepare you enough for real life, or should it be completely redesigned? Or should it be completely restructured? Or should they go around and make a retouch on their schemes of work? Should they add some certain things for the students who are coming out into the market, who are coming out into the sector who are coming out to face reality? Should they have studies that will be able to teach them all these things that they will face in life when they leave the school? I would love us all to join in this conversation. Drop your own thoughts in the comment section. I would love to hear what your own intake is about this. Okay, that's it for today's episode of the Learning Lounge with Chuks and Livia. I hope that I have roasted all these topics, all these points to your own text. Don't forget, please, 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 please to like, to share, and to subscribe for more fun conversation about learning and life. Please, I beg you. Please share, like, and subscribe. Please, please, please. I still remain your humble servant, Chuks. It's just me holding down the fort. And thanks for watching today. Bye.